धन प्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन प्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनसारी यमुना तीरा वनसारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जगन्नाथ जय बालदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बालदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय गौरनीता जय गौरनीता जय गौरनीता जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mutirayet Nashtapresu Avatresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloka Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna, I am very fortunate to be here with you this morning. Today we are going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, text, 4th canto, chapter 28, text number 52. Is that right, Mataji?
Yes.
Thank you. Brahmana Vacha
Brahmana Vacha.
Brahmana Vacha
Brahmana Vacha.
Katvam Kashyasi Ko Vayam
Katvam Kasyasi Ko Vyayam.
Kasvatvam Kashyasi Ko Vayam
Katvam Kasyasi Ko Vyam.
Saino Yasya Sochati
Sayano Yasya Sochasi.
Saino Yasya Sochasi
Sayano Yasya Sochasi.
Janasi Kim Sukayam Mam
Yanasi Kim Sakayam Mam.
Janasi Kim Sukayam Mam
Yanasi Kim Sakayam Mam.
Jenagre Vinchartatha
Yanagre Vichachartaha.
Janagre Vichachartaha.
Yanagre Vichachartaha.
Now we go by word. Brahmana Vacha.
Brahmana Vacha.
The learned Brahmana said,
The learned Brahmana said,
Ka,
Ka,
U,
Who,
Tvam, you,
from you,
Kashya,
Kashya,
Us,
Us,
Asi,
Asi,
A, you, Ka,
Ka,
U, Va,
Va,
O,
O,
I am,
Ayam,
this man,
this man,
Sayana,
Sayana,
lying down,
lying down,
Yashya,
Yashya,
for,
for,
whom,
whom,
Soshasi,
Sochashi,
you are lamenting,
you are lamenting,
Janasi ki.
Janasiki.
Do you know
Do you know
Sakayam,
Sakaya,
friend,
friend,
Mam,
Mam,
me,
me,
Yena,
Yena,
with whom,
whom,
agree,
agree,
formally,
formally,
Vichacharta,
Vichacharta,
you consulted,
you consulted,
certainly.
certain
Translation purport given by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Brahmana inquired as follows, who are you? You like to read the sloka? Hare Krishna. Jai Jagannath Baladev Maharaj ki jai, Kaunika ki jai. Would you like to read the sloka?
I would like to read.
Okay, please. Yeah.
Brahmana Uvacha.
Brahmana Vacha
Katvam Kasyasi Ko Vayam.
Kasam Chachati Koyavayam
Sayano Yasya Sochasi.
Sayano Yasya Soshasi
Yanasi Kim Sakayam Mam.
Janasi Kim Sakyamam
Inagre Vicha Chartaha.
Inagre Vichachartatha. Thank you. Translation. The Brahmana inquired as follows, who are you? Whose wife or daughter are you? Who is the man lying here? It appears you are lamenting for this dead body. Don't you recognize me? I am your eternal friend. You may remember that many times in the past you have consulted me. Purport. When a person's relative dies, renunciation is automatically visible. Consultation with the super soul seated within everyone's heart is possible only when one is completely free from contamination of material attachment. One who is sincere and pure gets an opportunity to consult with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his Paramatma feature, sitting within everyone's heart. The Paramatma is always Chaitya Guru, the spiritual master within, and he comes before one externally as the instructor and initiator spiritual master. The Lord can reside within the heart, and he can also come out before a person and give him instruction. Thus the spiritual master is not different from super soul sitting within the heart. An uncontaminated soul or living entity can get a chance to meet the Paramatma face to face, just as one gets a chance to consult with the Paramatma within his heart. One also gets a chance to see him actually seated before him. Then one can take instruction from the super soul directly. This is duty of a pure devotee to see bona fide spiritual master and consult with the super soul within the heart. When the Brahmana asks the woman who the man lying on the floor was, she answered that he was a spiritual master and that she was perplexed about what to do in his absence. At such a time, the super soul immediately appears, provided the devotee is purified in heart by following the instruction of the spiritual master. A sincere devotee who follows the instruction of the spiritual master certainly gets a direct instruction from his heart, from the super soul. Thus, sincere devotee is always helped directly or indirectly by the spiritual master. And the super soul, this is confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Vicha. If the devotee serves his spiritual master sincerely, Krishna automatically becomes pleased. Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasada. By satisfying the spiritual master, one automatically satisfies Krishna. Thus the devotee becomes enriched by both spiritual master and Krishna. The super soul is eternally the friend of the living entity and always remains with him. The super soul has always been ready to help the living entity, even before the creation of this material world. It is therefore stated here, Yagnare, Yanagare, Vachasta. The word agre means before the creation. Thus the super soul has been accompanying the living entity since before the creation. Om Agyana Timrandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Satchurum Mididam Mene Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manopistam Sabitam Yena Budale Swayam Rupam Gadamagyam Tadandi Swavadandigam Vandegam Sri Guru Sri Yudapata Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sakrajadam Sagagana Raghunada Vidam Samchadivam Satvaidam Savadudam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vidamsa Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gobesa Gobiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanja Kalpa Dharupyachya Kriva Sindhupye Vase Padidanam Pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Nama Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Kadatara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, chapter 28, text number 52. Brahmana vacha katvam kasyashi ko vayam saino yasya shoshasi janasi kim sukayam mam janakre vinchataha. The Brahmana inquired as follows: Who are you? Whose wife or daughter are you? Who is the man lying here? It appears you are lamenting for this dead body. Don't you recognize me? I am your eternal friend. You may remember that many times in the past you have consulted me. Here, the Puranchana, previous life, the Puranchana was accompanied by unknown person, that is Paramatma. And now the Puranchana took the woman body, and this is why, I mean, then he says, I mean, that he took the woman body. Then the Lord is saying that I am accompanying you. I mean, you don't recognize me, consulted me in past. And similarly for the jivas, the Lord is always accompanying the jiva from since time memorial. But jiva doesn't recognize the Lord. And this way it goes on. The Lord is always ready to help. He is our real friend. Sukrit is well-wisher of all of us. And Prabhupada also writes sometime, when he writes, letters, I'm well-wisher, in this way, that because the Guru also, is also our best friend, and he helps us to grow in spiritual life. And I remember when I joined, when I came to this temple in 1990, there were 80, something like 80 devotees were here. And at time, the Arikesh Maharaj was here. And after Arikesh Maharaj left, this moment, he left us, is gone. Then after a few years, then they all somehow vanish. And then after that, we are a little, difficult to find devotees to serve and and that time in the 90s, then if I want to serve something, there's no chance actually, because so many devotees everywhere. They are completely equally, they are preaching and cooking, everything. They are did it very, very perfectly. And now I see the complete difference, because they keep attachment to the physical presence of the Guru and not the Vani. The Vani is more important than the physical presence. Even in Prabhupada also, Prabhupada gave initiation to more than 5,000 devotees. And when the Prabhupada left this world in 1977, then some of them are left, is gone. And I like to narrate a story here, because I heard from one of the disciples of Prabhupada. His name is Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu. He's from Singapore. And he took the initiation from Prabhupada, first initiation in 1976. And then he went back to his country, and he just thought he will meet Prabhupada in 1977. Then Prabhupada was 1977. He's left his this planet. Then he was thinking what I should do. Because he was not knowledge about this complete spiritual concepts, and therefore he was perplexed in the situation. Like now, the woman was lamenting, and she was perplexed what I should do. My Guru is left. And similarly, he was also perplexed. What I should do. Then he was meditating on that, and then somehow he was connected to one of the disciples of Prabhupada. Then he took the second initiation. Then he was in Bombay at that time. Then after a few years, then the second Guru was also left. then he was, I mean, again, same problem, he just thought, I mean, I should leave ISKCON because because he didn't know the whole Shastra, I mean, what is the philosophy behind, because, the Vani is more important than, the instructions are more important. The Prabhupada given all the instruction in his books. And he didn't, I mean, know thoroughly all these things. And then he was again perplexed. Then he went to another part of the India. Then he met, I mean, he's as fortunate one way. I mean, the Paramatma was helping. He met all the time the devotees. I mean, another devotee. Then the devotee say, okay, no problem. Then you can stay with that in Mayapur. You can stay with us. Then he stays sometime there. Then even though, I mean, he was not feeling well, I mean, some attachment to Prabhupada he had actually, Then he still then again come to Delhi. Then another devotee says, please come to my home. Then you can stay with me. Then when we go to his home, then he said, my daughter is young. I mean, you can marry my daughter. Then he said, no, this is not, because he want to dedicate the life to Prabhupada's mission. And then he came out of there. And that time actually Prabhupada's secretary, I mean, then he was in South India. Then he met him. Then from with him he went to all the South India temples and preaching started. And he also asked to come to America. Then he went with him to America. At that time, actually, he recognized something that, Prabhupada's the places where he started this movement. He went there and he meditated on that. Then he understand actually, I should dedicate my life. Because, the gurus also, whatever the disciples he made, then they want him to surrender to them, but he just said, no, because already I lost 2 gurus, I don't want. Then he came back again to Singapore. Then he started the movement again, and he's preaching. He was telling this story. I mean, last time when I was hearing this, he was telling that how difficult situation, when the guru leave physical presence. Then of course, the disciple is in complete reflection. In my case also like that. In 2006, His Holiness Bhakti Swarupa Maharaj left this planet, and that time we were completely shocked and perplexed. I mean, and what we should do now, and who will guide us? Our spiritual father is left us. Unfortunately, I got more connected with the senior devotees, and senior devotees guide me, and you should take shelter of another guru. And it is important. Then asked, who recommend? Then they recommended me, because that time, His Holiness Satchidananda Maharaj is very close with Bhakti Swarupa Maharaj, and he was doing many. Many times when he comes and Maharaj also come, they both of together. Good relationship. Then I went and try to get connected with the and by the time actually I also recognized that His Holiness Rajamani Dasa visiting Zurich at that time. Then also I connected to Rajamani Dasa. From that way, then I took the second initiation from His Holiness Rajamani Dasa and connected with Parampara. And this way, I realized that because one has to, as long as possible, we have to understand the scripture, because the scriptures are, because our Chaitya Guru is Krishna. Krishna is the representation is Guru, and he is telling the same. But Krishna says and instructions, everything. When you follow sincerely, the years also said, the super soul is conform as a Chaitanya Charadamrita, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Ladabij. If the devotee serves is the spiritual master sincerely, what is meant by sincerely? Sincerely mean regardless of the situation, the devotee serves Gurudev's instruction sincerely, because general instruction to given to all of us when we take initiation, chant 16 rounds and 4 regulative principles. Minimum 16 rounds and 4 regulative principles. And some devotees, they got a specific instruction. Prabhu, did you get any specific instruction from your Guru?
To Kirtan.
Kirtan, you see. And what happened, when you get the specific instruction, it is also very merciful. Then you will meditate on that how I can satisfy the Guru. And for example, Srila Prabhupada got instruction from his Guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, that whenever you get money, print books and distribute books. Because he's a businessman at that time. Then he did it. He constantly meditating on that. Whenever I get, I should. This is. I mean, Krishna. Because that means it is meditating on Krishna. Because the Krishna's instruction. Because Krishna is so much affection to us, because when we do on that, and in this way, because we have to strictly follow the instruction of Guru, then automatically Krishna will be satisfied. And in that stage, the Paramatma will guide you. And it's way. And also, I was hearing the other day that Bhakti, His Holiness Bhakti Manuswami was giving that class that he says, the stage when we come to Sattvic, that means that we understand the body and matter, the different state of body and matter. At that time, starting our point that the Paramatma is guiding us. In other words, actually, we have to. We have a 9 stage of bhakti, that means Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Rushi. Starting from Nishtha, that means steadiness, completely steadiness of our Guru's instruction and instruction from the Shastra. Then you come slowly, the guidance comes from Paramatma, that you will go on the right path, and therefore very important us that we have to follow. For example, most of the devotees, we are living outside, Grihasthas. How many brahmacharis are here? Very less, no? And Grihasthas, most of them. And we have to use our senses and work outside and to maintain our family. And in this way, we on the both 2 tracks. One tracks we have to work outside and maintain the family, and the other side, whatever instruction we got from our beloved Gurudev, we have to follow strictly. But still, in one sense, of course, we are our meditation is I and me, because when you work outside, think like that I earn and I have to serve my family, and this way. And therefore, because the time comes in the one point, of course, the Grihastha has to decide, when we have enough Lakshmi, the serving on the side, then we should slowly more engaging in the spiritual life, serving and in hearing and also reading. And this way you develop more and more spiritual concepts. Then, of course, the stage comes that, the Paramatma will guide us. And pure devotee, when you go above Asakti, Bhava, when you come to Bhava, Prema, then you can see face to face the Lord. It is said actually, and Brahmana asked, who is a woman who, when lying on the floor, was? She answered, that was my spiritual master. And also in material life, when you may have experienced that if our beloved person, left from this planet, died, then our heart breaking. Have you had any experience like that? Somebody, how did you experience that?
How do you mean?
That mean, because when somebody, for example, you have a close relatives or brother or father, then you feel like, renouncing this world, what is this world? you'll be very sorrow, and also you think that I should renounce this. I mean, because my other day I was with him, and now he's left.
Yeah. Actually, I had this because my grandfather died quite recently.
Yeah.
And it was like really weird because I saw him 2 weeks before, and it was I don't know what's it in English it was so
Shock.
yeah, shock.
It's a shock. Yeah. Okay.
That I saw him, then now he's gone.
That's true. Yeah. And so, I mean, do you have any experience like this? I mean, any? Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Because I had experience. My recently my relative passed away. Then I asked the other person. He said, "No, I don't want to live here. I want to go with him." Because they renounce. I mean, because that time only they will understand. What is this world. But it is also temporarily, because they do not have the knowledge about the soul. That time they will. It's like a pregnant woman. Then when the child, before child come out, it is a very, very hard pain. Then the woman thinks, I don't want to pregnant anymore. This is the last time. Isn't it? Because then, but after next year again same thing. And this way, because we when we in the material world, because when we come to this situation, we realize for short time, and also some culture, in Hindu culture, when the husband died, the wife wear white saris for certain period, and she will not participate in other events and all these things certain period. And here also they dress black. Some culture they dress black actually, and this way they do it, but only it's only for short period. Then again it comes everything normal. They will forget it after after few months, after 1 year, the life goes again as usual. But when you have the knowledge, we understand that the only the body dies, the soul will never die. Soul goes to another. And with regard to this, I like to read from Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, text number 15. Sarvacha chayam hridi sannivisto mata simitti jananam apohanam cha. Vadaiche sarvai ham eva vidyo vedanta krit veda vid eva jaham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Very important sloka in 15 chapter 50. The Lord says, that I am giving the remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. This sloka can be divided to two parts. One part for the materialistic person, who want to enjoy, then he will facilitate the person to enjoy. For example, that I desire to have something, to enjoy myself, and according to the karma, the Lord will facilitate that. For example, in this text that we are reading, actually, first life, the Puranjana was more attracted to the woman. Then she took the woman body. Lord has that. And that way, because if you have the desire, the Lord, because 8,400,000 pieces there in this world, and according to your desire, karma, then the Lord will give another body. And for fulfill the desire, He will give also remembrance. Because when you take a new birth, you didn't remain anything. For example, when you born in this world, How do you know that I can drink milk from my mother's breast? You don't know. We don't know anything. But automatically it comes. Instantly happen. Who gives this knowledge? This is Paramatma. Paramatma's giving. Sridhar Goswami was saying actually, Sridhar Goswami, what I mean, he wanted to renounce. I mean, his wife was pregnant. He asked the wife, then I want to renounce this world and I want to go and. At that time, wife says no. You have to wait until the child born. The child was born, and at that time she died. I mean, the wife of Sridhar Maharaj died, and then he was completely perplexed. So his desire was to renounce, and that time all of a sudden he saw that one lesson was fell down from the roof and eating some insect, baby lesson. Then he understood who gave this knowledge to, because immediately the insect was there. That means the Lord providing. I mean, Lord providing food for everyone. Lord says, He's providing everyone's food. He's providing, and the same time He gives the knowledge actually. Because the Sridhar Swami want to renounce, and that time one couple came to his place. Then couple said, we don't have children. Please give your child. We will take care of it. Then automatically happens. Because the desire is there, sincere desire that he wants to renounce. And that's what the Paramatma said, seated in our heart. One way, is he is facilitating the soul to enjoy in this world. And other part is, he's also giving the knowledge. That's what saying, by all the Vedas, I am to be known indeed. Because of that, because the knowledge is there. Otherwise, how we know? What is your position? Because he gave this knowledge. Vyasadeva, his incarnation Vyasadeva, he gave all the knowledge. It is compiled in Vedanta Sutra. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. Because we are very fortunate, that we have connected to this. Because the whole essence of Vedas, it is there. And in that way, he wanted, because he's very merciful, the Lord, he wanted to come back to his kingdom. That means spiritual world. Therefore, he gave all these Vedas, to us through Vyasadeva. That you can, start connecting, reading, then sincerely follow. Then you can liberate from this world. And how merciful the Lord, because why we came here? Because we wanted to enjoy independently from Krishna. We were in the spiritual world, but we had desire that we want to also enjoy independently from Krishna. It's one sense jealous of Krishna. Then we want to be a god. Then we came here. But Lord is so merciful. He arranged. He gave this football ground to us. Enjoy, play, and then same time he facilitate everything. Jai Jagannath Balaji Subramanian ki jai, Jai Gaunitai ki jai. He facilitate. He is giving all the possibilities. If you think that I want to eat so much meat, then he will give you next time a good body, a tiger's body, that you can eat everything. Because we have desire, you fast away, and this desire goes with you. In the mind, intelligence, and soul travels to the next body, and next body the Lord will arrange everything to enjoy that. Because of that, He is giving remembrance and forgetfulness, and you will also forget your previous life. Because if you know that I was in pig life last life, you will be mad. Isn't it? Then He will give the forgetfulness, and He will give the remembrance That okay, now we want to enjoy. Now we can enjoy fresh blood. You understand? This way, I mean, he's giving the facility. But he's also very sad, I mean, because that's what actually gave the Shastras, all the Vedas and everything. That you come to me, I mean, this way. Then because he wanted to help us to come back to him. And this is what I understand, because it is important that, that association of devotees, then we learn more about the Lord, more about, other things. And when you surrender to the, when you take shelter of Gurudev, then you will be guided by Gurudev. But at the same time, you should also think that, the instructions we should follow sincerely. That is very, very important, because then only we will elevate it. From beginning to and otherwise we will be lost somewhere, as I did, because when the Guru leaves, because one day the Guru will leave, because we also leave one day in this world, and therefore when we meditate and sincerely follow this, definitely Paramatma help us. That's my understanding, that it is. I mean, the Lord is. I mean, it is in Bhagavad Gita 2.29 or 5.29. He says, "Bhoktaram yaketapasam sarvalokam ageswaram sukridam sarvabhudanam shanchamam rujjati." He is the best friend of us, and he is the proprietor of all. And when we understand that, actually, he is our best friend. He accompanying us all the lives. When you go to the next life and another big part, he will also there with us. And you see some people, they are atheists. They always 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 criticize the Lord. The atheist people. Lord is not there. And but even though he so mercifully stay with the person, there are many atheists are there, they don't believe in God, and they say that we are doing, like scientists, they all say we are creating everything, and but still he's with everyone's hearts. They don't know, but because from him actually, but the Lord, from Lord actually they get all the intelligence and the remembrance, everything. So I'll stop here. If you have any questions, comments, please feel free.
I have a question.
Please, yeah.
Is for example, when an animal is growing up, I don't know, like a bird, like a bird or a mouse or so,
Yeah.
and they grow up, and they go out of the their parents' place,
Yeah.
and they immediately know, or mostly they know what to do.
Yeah.
Is this then also Paramatma, who is guiding them what to do? Because how do they know otherwise?
Definitely, because it is because Paramatma is there everywhere. Because there are three Vishnus there. One is Karanakasai Vishnu, Garbhodasai Vishnu, Sirodasai Vishnu. And these three Vishnus, they are Paramatma, they play the big role on it, because Mahavishnu is like Karanakasai Vishnu. He is the Paramatma of the whole universes, all the universes. And Garbhodasai Vishnu will come in entering to every universe as a Paramatma. Mm-hmm. And Sirodasai Vishnu enter to the every souls, as a Paramatma. That you are in your heart, my heart, and he's also everywhere. Without his guidance, you cannot do anything actually, because he's giving the remembrance and everything actually, And from Prahlad Maharaj, his father Hiranyakashipu was asking, where is your Lord? Is he in there or is he in pillar? Isn't it? He said, yes, he's there everywhere, and that Paramatma is everywhere, even in this mic, everywhere he's there. But to understand, then you have to, go through the scriptures. Then you see everywhere the Lord presence. That is, advanced devotee, they see everything. Even nature, they understand. They learn many things from nature. That's at my understanding, even I remember once I traveled with my Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj see the nature, because they learn from nature also, For example, how the scientists made the plane, because they saw the nature, flies, then they made this, That way, we learn many things from the nature and also other things, but we had to be advanced. Then we understood, this situation. Your concise answer, yeah?
Yes. Another one actually.
Please, go ahead. We have time,
About the forgetfulness, because Krishna, I think he also says, I'm the forgetful.
Yeah, it is saying this verse,
right, yeah. And for example, like you made this example of the pregnant woman who goes through so much pain and then thinks, I will never do that again, and then next year same thing. How is, Krishna says, I'm the forgetfulness, but how is it? I don't understand it. Like, how is it working? Like, why does he makes us forget, and how?
Generally, my understanding, forgetfulness mean, because when you from this birth to another birth, when you transfer, because the soul will be transferred to, when you die, the soul goes to another birth. It is depend on your karma and desire, then take another birth. And at that birth, of course, you will forget all the previous births. Because then only you will enjoy. You cannot enjoy otherwise. If you understand, I was there like this and that,
You will go.
You got mad. Then you will not be able to enjoy. Therefore, the forgetfulness is very, very important. In that case, because in this case, the woman who's, the pregnancy time, they pregnant. It is hard pain. That time they say, oh, it is pain, I cannot tolerate this, but after the childbirth, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, we enjoy. In a pregnancy time, there's a little time, they change the whole thing. Then when the child comes, the mother forget everything. That is not that, Paramatma, it is automatically happen, because, the mother is desire, because when the mother sees the child, then the every things is gone on, the pain is gone, and that way happen actually, But the real forgetfulness, that when you take another birth, because when you remember the previous birth, then you're not able to enjoy your desire. It is also merciful, because you want to enjoy. Then for enjoy, of course, you have to forgetful other things. Once I remember one story. From Purana, the Lord Indra came as a pig. He was cursed by his guru. Then he came as a pig, and he had a big family, and he was enjoying, the family and everything. Then in heavenly planet there's no king. The Indra is here now. Then they came and asked him to come, Indra. He said, no. I have so much responsibility. I have so many responsibility, and that way, that is like that, And Bharata Maharaj story, have you heard about? That's what because he renounced everything, and he came to forest and meditate on the Lord. He was in the Bhava stage. It is very high stage, And that time he was meditating the Lord, and at the same time he saw a child deer.
Yes.
Then he was a king, because he's a Kshatriya. Then he said, I want to protect, because we are all merciful, You understand what I mean? Then, but he didn't have an association of devotee. Then he was completely, attracted to the deer and take care of the deer very close, like a child, closely. What happened when he at the time of the leaving the body, meditating on the deer. But Lord's mercy, Paramatma, because he was in advanced stage. He took the birth as a deer, next birth. Then the Paramatma was, giving instruction and remembering all the things. Because he's very close to Paramatma. And also, he came to forest actually to meditate on the Lord. Therefore, the Lord's mercy, then what happened? This deer is not normal deer, because this deer goes where the devotees are giving prasadam, taking a prasadam from the devotees' remnants, and this way, that birth was, associating with the devotees and getting prasadam from devotees, and after deer dies, then he took the Bharat Maharaj. Then he completely understood. Then that at that birth he was like a madman. He was completely detached from this world. He understood. The situation, because it is attachment made the. It is very crucial. We have to be very careful. Therefore, the devotee association is very, very important. And also, if the devotee is not there, then of course the Vani, the books as instructions. You have to be always, because our death can come anytime, anywhere. We do not know that today we are in the temple, because when we travel to somewhere like bus or by car, or that time also death comes. Therefore, we should have always a company, in our heart, that and then only it is we are on the safe side in that way. Hare Krishna. So I will stop here. If any questions, nothing. Thank you very much for listening. I'm very fortunate, because when you want to give a class, then you will hear more and read more. Then only we will also recharge our batteries, because we are working. I'm working like a donkey outside, and then but to talk about actually, and therefore I'm very fortunate to be here with you all today this morning. Kandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
His great Rajamani Dasa.
Devotees ki jai. Sivapuranam, Shivapuranam, and the Puranam they saw
அவங்க நாங்கள் மந்திரங்கள் சொல்ல இந்த இதயத்துக்குள்ள வார மாதிரி ஒரு உணர்வு எனக்கு இருந்துச்சு. அது நல்ல தொழில்பா சொல்லியிருக்கல அந்த சொல்லுணர்வு வந்து காமிக்குள்ளாக இதயத்துக்குள்ள
நீங்களும் வந்து பயிற்சி செய்ய உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும். நம்ம பயிற்சி செய்ய முயற்சி பண்ணணும்.
செஞ்சு பண்ண அதுக்கேற்ற இது வந்தால் நான் நிச்சயம் வந்து சொல்லி வந்தேன். தொடர்ந்து நெஞ்சுக்கு சொல்லி சொல்லிக்கிறோம்.
நீங்கள் அதை சொல்லி கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா அதை விட வந்து உங்களுக்கு டைம் கிடைக்கீங்க. உங்களுக்கு ஞாபகத்தில் வந்து வாங்கி இங்கே வகுப்பு நடக்கும். இந்த வகுப்புகள் தமிழில் செய்ய நாங்கள் வகுப்பாங்க ஒரு ஞாபகம். அதற்கு எனக்கு உங்களுக்கு இங்கே அழுக்குகள் இங்கே நம்முடைய
மன அழுக்குகள்
அதையெல்லாம் முடியும். இப்போ நாங்கள் நினச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம் இந்த உடல் நான் தான் இந்த உடலை நினைத்து கொண்டிருக்கேன். நான்
அது 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 இல்லாமல் செய்வதா புரியுற ஒரு அப்படி சொல்லி விட்டுறோம். அதுக்குள்ளே இறங்கிடும். எனக்கு இறங்கி அதுலேருந்து என்ன எனக்கு ஒரு உள்முணர்வு என்ன அறியாமல் ஏற்படும்.
இன்னைக்கு சொன்ன ஸ்லோகம் வந்து பரமாத்மாவுக்கு எல்லா தெரியவிலையும் பரமாத்மா இருக்கிறார். அந்த பரமாத்மா என்ன செய்கிறார்? அவர் வந்து இப்போ நீங்கள் அவர் அடையணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்டீங்க, அவர் தெரிந்து கொள்ள ஆசைப்பட்டீங்கன்னு சொன்னால் அவர் அதுக்கான வழியை உங்களுக்கு காட்டுறாங்க. ஆனால் அதே சமயம் வந்து நீங்கள் இல்லை எனக்கு
கொஞ்சம் இருக்குது சொல்லுங்க.
Ich habe ihn gerade gefragt, ob er Schüler aufhört. Der ist so nice. Der hat so Charisma. Ja. Ich arbeite so gerne mit ihm zusammen. Er ist richtig. Er ist, glaube ich, Arzt oder so. Oder Oberarzt. Ja.
Working like a donkey, hat er gesagt.
Ja. Der macht alles. Gell? Ich liebe so Leute. Für den will ich sterben. Der ist.
Ganz lustig, wo der sagt, also mal alter Körper, ne? Und dann aber so zack, dann die Gewichte, bam, und dann der Schulter, zack.
Das ist gut, dieses Charisma, diese Shakti, weißt du? Aber richtig gut. Die Augen können.
Man muss nicht an solche Leute haben.
Yoga reinkarniert sich ja Halbgötter und alles. Und Yoga ist sehr speziell, weil du kannst nur durch Krishna-Bewusstsein kannst du dich ja lösen von Universen, von falschen Leben. Das hat schon. Du bist mein Guru, ey. Oh Gott. Das weiter so. Tja. Wann wollen wir fahren? Anna hat sich abgesetzt, sie fährt mit dem Zug.
Ja, aber wir sollen sie abholen.
Ja, aber sie soll uns einen Google-Shot schicken, weißt du, wo sie ist?
Achso, ja.
Weißt du, was ich meine? Standort. Und das ist ewig weit, ne? Und ich würde halt gerne schon wieder so schnell wie möglich wieder da sein.
Ja,
Weißt du? Hin und her fahren, 1000 Kilometer, das muss schon.
Wir müssen natürlich auch vorher noch tanken gehen.
Du bist Bart, oder? Du bist.
Ja.
Anwälter vielleicht noch.
Ja, das ist gemeint, aber.
Was ich will schon lange mal mein Land zeigen, was ich habe 5000 Meter Land.
Ja.
Und vielleicht machen wir die nächste Community auf. Ich habe Nachbarn, sind Kühe, Haie.
Ja, mischt dich mal mit einem Deswegen war es umso besser. Und ihre Schirka als Kind einfach, lassen zusammen, dass die durch die große Stadt gelaufen ist. Der Jaya Gauranga Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladev Jaya Subhadra Jaya Oliva Gauranga Oliva Nityananda Liebe Jagannath Oliva Baladev Oliva Subhadra. Ich sage es dir nicht, die lassen mich heute Abend mal lieben, die lassen mich einfach ausgeglichen und einfach ins Leben sagen, die lassen mich auch mal, bitte hilf mir dabei, diesen Bhakti-Yoga weiter voranzuschreiten, bitte hilf mir dabei, liebevoll und trotz finden, dass damit ausgeglichen in allen Bereichen des Lebens danke, mit der zusammen, mit der ich zu Krishna zurückgehen kann. Da können wir euch wenn man einen echten spirituellen Meister sucht, der hilft mir dabei, einen echten spirituellen Meister in meinem Herzen zu erkennen. Der Jagannath Jaya Baladev Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gauranga Jaya Subhadra. Ich lasse mich einfach liegen, wenn